What's up everyone, my name is Cam. Welcome back to Carolina Fragrance Reviews. Do you guys ever think of suede and tobacco as like a normal thing for summertime or a signature scent? Well, yes, it can be done. Obviously it can, because today I'm talking about a magnificent, crazy good fragrance that I think is absolutely perfect for year-round. And I have been wearing it in much warmer weather. So without any further ado, let's get into this. Now, obviously today I am talking about Montabaco from Ormande Jayne. Now, Ormande Jayne is a luxury niche fragrance house out of London that is actually available at Perfumology. Go to www.perfumology.com. They have an amazing assortment of niche fragrances. Ormande Jayne Euro Perfumes, who actually houses Ormande Jayne, and lots of other really high tier, ultimate sexy, just amazing, unique fragrances. Go to perfumology.com. So when I had the chance to check out this fragrance, I was really blown away. I actually had a decant of this fragrance a good while back, and I actually had Ormande Jayne Man, I believe it was. Those just really good, sexy fragrances. There's something about this house that really knows how to make a fragrance. I just have a unique swagger. When you smell an Ormande Jayne fragrance, it's almost just like, there's just something about it where you can almost detect it. So yeah, that's an Ormande Jayne, because there's something in those ingredients that just have some super sexiness on them. But before I completely jump into the fragrance, let me briefly go over this really nice presentation with you. It has kind of like a felt feeling cover on here, and you just slide it like that. And of course you've got your Ormande Jayne right here with the information about the fragrance back here. And then it just slides off, and you've got your nice orange cover, and you still have kind of that felt feeling on here as well. Then you've got Ormande Jayne London. Flip this open, you've got your little magnet here. And then you have information about the fragrance here, which has the fragrance notes and a little story behind the fragrance. And then the bottle sits in there just like that. And of course, some of these bottles you'll see, most of the ones I've seen have this. Some of you may have seen the ones that have like the big cursive J on them, whatever, but very regal, nice heavy feeling, nice heavy cap, just quality. But let's talk about, look at that. That is a rather significant dent for a fragrance of this price, and we'll get into that in just a minute. Okay, so what it says is, Montabaco is a perfume to capture the essence of Latin America. Leather, suede, wood, and tobacco leaf repeated over and over again. A suggestive sensuality and Latino temperament. It is above the rich, full presence of magnolia, jasmine, and rose. It is unashamedly seductive, yet profoundly simpatico. Now, this fragrance, when you read that description, you're gonna think, you can literally hear the, but you see like, some sexy salsa dancing and stuff, and the sweat and everything. But you don't really think like fresh and soapy, do you? So yeah, it has the Latin music, the salsa, and fresh and soapy. So on the top notes, you're gonna have some orange absolute, some bergamot, and some juniper, clary sage, and cardamom. In the mids, you've got a really nice magnolia note. You also have some hedion in here, which is also known to be an aphrodisiac. And then you're gonna get some soft hints of rose, violet, and then you've got some tea leaves in here as well. So there's a lot going on between the top and the mids. And then when you get into the base, the base is where a lot of magic happens here. Now don't get me wrong, on that top to the mids into the dry down, this is an absolutely fantastic fragrance. As I said, in those opening notes and those mid notes, it almost gives off a soapy vibe. It has a very cleanness about it, but at the same time, it has a masculinity. It has some swagger. It's not like your average freshie, not by any stretch of the imagination. But then it's a little bit deceiving with these bass notes with tobacco and suede. You also have some ISO-E in here, sandalwood, moss, tonka bean, and ambergris. So this fragrance to me comes off very masculine, very sophisticated, very clean. Now I was talking about that salsa dancing. This is salsa dancing like right out of the shower. You haven't been, like partying all day and, get a little bit funky into the night. This is just fresh out, fresh and clean, completely got your swagger on. You're being a gentleman, but you're still being a freak. Now the sillage on this fragrance is enormous. For that first hour and a half, 2 hours, I mean, it puts off a huge scent bubble. I get a solid 10 hours of performance on this. Now this fragrance is available at Perfumology. This is the 120 ml bottle. It does sell for $375. Now, as I mentioned, this is a luxury niche brand fragrance. So you want that super high quality, you are going to pay for it. So for those of you who are not used to paying those type of prices, it is what it is, but they do have samples available at Perfumology as well. And that is for every fragrance that they have in stock, they have available in sample. You can snatch you up a sample of this for, I think it was $11 if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to get your nose on it, you can do it that way. And then you can, put your money towards it if you want to get it, and I would highly suggest checking it out. This is one of my absolute favorite top shelf fragrances, easily, hands down. Now, I don't know how many of you had an opportunity to go to Latin America, Mexico, anywhere like that. I've been to Cancun, I have been down to the Caribbean, and things are a little bit spicy and things do feel a little bit different down there. And of course, I've went and stayed at resorts, so, it is what it is. But there's salsa parties. There is very sexy women. There's just a feeling of freedom. You can't put a price tag on that if you ask me. So just take all of that, stick it in a bottle with some smooth and soft tobacco and leather, masculinity that is undeniable, a classiness that's undeniable, and almost, I would almost say that this fragrance is just like, could probably go get you some boom boom, but we all know that that is false advertisement, but it does enhance those situations if you have some swagger to go with it. So let me know down in the comments if you've tried Montabaco or anything else from Ormande Jayne. There are different versions of the Montabaco as well. If you've tried any of those, let me know down in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you on Carolina Fragrance Reviews.